It's a Cashin exclusive. As the plot thickens in Russia, the NSA leaker's dad telling me what he thinks about calls by some lawmakers here to boycott Russia if it gives his son asylum. Lon Snowden telling me he's upset with Senator Lindsey Graham and others calling to boycott Russia over how they're dealing with my son. That's a quote. Wayne, is he right?
Eric, I think it's foolish for us to introduce and try to boycott Russia or punish Russia for something that Russia had nothing to do with. It's our own fault. Our own security and our background checks and all of that are at fault. This guy spilled the beans on something. We did that, made the mistake of hiring him. It's our fault. It has nothing to do with the Russians. It's up to us.
John, I know you. I want to get to you in a second because you and I are both big-time constitutionalist, Fourth Amendment advocates. I want to go to Michelle. Michelle feels, where do you stand on Ed Snowden leaking the NSA secrets?
Well, look, I think that, he needs to come back and face the charges. If you do an act of civil disobedience or you're a whistleblower or what have you, have the courage to stay and face the charges. But I don't think that we should take it out on Russia and, ruin the Olympics for all these people who work so hard to get the opportunity to go there. But I don't think we should take it out on Russia and use the Olympics as a diplomatic tool.
All right, John, yesterday Eric Holder said that the Department of Justice will not seek the death penalty in the Ed Snowden case. Should that be enough for him to come back, or would you like to hear more?
I feel bad for him. I mean, Eric, he's got to live in Russia right now, and I already boycott Russia. I don't invest there. I don't travel there. I mean, the average per capita income there is about $14,000. It's $50,000 in the U.S., so I feel bad for him that he's not able to live in this great country. But I don't think, to Wayne and Michelle's point, I don't think boycotting Russia is the best idea, is the right idea. I mean, all it does is hurt people who want to buy caviar, vodka, and nesting dolls. Russia's a thug. It's not a military threat.
Well,
we should boycott and destroy military threats.
Fair enough, but let's talk about what they're talking about boycott. Lindsey Graham said we should boycott the 2014 Olympics. 75% of Americans, by the way, disagree with that number. Where do you stand on this, Jamal?
Well, as they should. Why would we allow this punk, Snowden, if he wants to be a hero? I agree with Michelle. He wants to be a hero. Bring your butt back to the U.S. and stand up to these charges. But why would we allow him? Why would we allow him to ruin
there's an overwhelming majority say don't boycott the Olympics. However, there's a lot of support for what Ed Snowden did, revealing some of the NSA overreach.
And he can come back and face those charges. But the hopes and dreams of the greatest Americans to be dashed because of him and because of President Putin trying to stick it to us the way he does on every issue, not on this watch.
Trying to get a little bit of news in here, Jonathan, very quickly. Did you hear the shot that going back and forth between Chris Christie and Rand Paul over some of the stuff? Thoughts?
Well, I think it's widely debated. There's a lot of division even within so-called conservative or Republican circles on this, Eric. So it'll be very interesting how it plays out. I think Wayne makes the crucial point here. The issue is our own policies, our own lack of protection of individual rights. That's what this country should focus on.
Gotta go. Fourth Amendment, folks. Read it. All right. Thanks to Michelle and Jamu for joining us this week.